Hello, everybody. Welcome to Boot Podcast. My name is Anderson, and it is a pleasure to be here speaking to you in a new episode. In today's video, I'm very happy because I have a very special guest from the United States. She is Pricyll. Welcome, Pricyll.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
That's good to know. Today we have a very special activity because in this interview I'm gonna ask you some questions about your journey learning Spanish and things like that, methods and more things that surely will help a lot of people that are learning English. And I want you tell us everything about your trajectory with the Spanish language. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, and I'm very excited to talk about all the different methods that I used because it's been a journey, but a fun one.
Perfect. Well, and before we start, please tell us about you.
Okay. My name is Pricyll. I am from the United States, and I started my Spanish journey probably about 7 to 8 months ago.
Wow.
Well, that's so cool. And what motivated you to learn Spanish?
Well, I would say what motivated me is the people around me because I live in Florida, and especially in South Florida, if you know, there's a lot of Spanish speaking people that come from all over the world, almost every country, honestly. So it's a very, like, there will be, if you go really down south, there will be signs in Spanish, the restaurants, the public spaces, the libraries, Miami International Airport. I feel like you don't even have to learn English in Miami. That's how Spanish filled it is. So I felt like it was a really big part of the community. And so I decided, I'm here and I should just learn Spanish.
That's really good. And how do you start learning Spanish?
I would say the basics of Spanish I learned in school, like letters and pronunciation, but that was like early high school. So recently, what I started like around 8 months ago is I just started talking to people through italki, which is like a tutoring platform kind of. And yeah, that was the early methods that I used. But now I just either talk to the people I know that speak Spanish in my everyday life, or I really like listening to music in Spanish, and not just listening, but also reading that music and reading books. That has really helped me. And another method is, I say, watching a good show. One of the shows I like watching right now is Pasión de Gavilanes. It's very interesting. You have to find an interesting show that you would actually watch in your native language. And yeah, have subtitles. It'll be great.
Wow, so cool. Pasión de Gavilanes is also really popular here in Colombia. So very good. That's great.
Yep, it's a crazy show for sure, but definitely helped my Spanish journey more than I can count.
Yes, and well, I know that learning a new language is something incredible. We live experiences that really help us to improve, and that can be funny, that can be embarrassing sometimes. And I just would like uh, that you tell us some experiences that help you to grow, to improve your Spanish, can be speaking, writing skills, or abilities in general.
Um, I would say an experience or embarrassing moment. I don't know. I don't think I have an embarrassing moment to tell, but I would say a really motivating experience I had is that there was this one interview that I was watching from this artist. She's from Colombia, but she was doing an interview in Spanish. And I was first starting to learn Spanish. So I was like, okay, let me watch this interview. And I did not understand like one bit of the interview. Maybe I understood a little bit, but it was definitely like English subtitles and very slow. But a couple months later, I went back and I watched it again, no subtitles, and I understood like 90% of the video. And that just made me feel so like, wow, my hard work is going somewhere. I would say that's a rewarding moment in my Spanish journey.
Congratulations! And just imagine that moment, and
Yeah,
I'm feel so proud of you. I think it's a great achievement, also.
thank you. Yeah, it definitely felt great. I was like, wait, I can understand her.
Now, would you like to say something to the people that are trying to learn English? Probably they are having not the best moment of this journey. Learning a language can be themselves or in an institution. And yeah, sometimes we need to know from others how the experience is. For example, I could say that when you are learning a language, there is some time that you feel that you are not improving, you are moving nowhere. But when you continue studying her at the end of the day, you get that results that you are looking for. For example, can be like you can watch that videos, that interviews, you can listen that music that you were trying to understand uh, in the beginning or at the beginning of your process, and then you will get something and you will feel that progress, and that will help you. I mean, that is what indicates you that you are doing things well. And I don't know if you could give us like some words to motivate these students that really wants to improve their English.
Okay, I could give some words of encouragement. I would say that number one thing is try to immerse yourself in the world of learning English, whether that's United States English or British English. Like, try to really understand the culture as well as the language. And another thing I would say is to basically tr- try to transfer your everyday life into Spanish, or not Spanish, English, sorry. So like the shows you watch, the music you listen to, the books you read, like try to find something that you do in your everyday life and just translate it into English. It doesn't have to be always educational. For the most part, it should be fun. And yeah, talking to people is, I would say, the number one way because that's what you're going to be doing most of the time when you use this language. So trying to find people to talk to, whether it's online or if you can't find people in your country, then online is cool, but in person is better, in my opinion. That is all.
Perfect. And thank you so much, Pricyll, for joining us today. It was a big pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed this podcast topic today. And thank you so much for Boost Podcast for inviting me. I really encourage you guys to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for your English learning needs. Bye.
See you next time.
See you next time.